So welcome to this Wellbeing Atelier. This week we are doing the sense of smell. So I can't remember the order that we've done it in. Last week we did touch, we've done sight, and we've done sound. And then so in the next session we'll be looking at taste. So I'm going to ask you to bring something to eat for that session. I'll give a bit more of a description at the end because we want to explore different tastes. Okay, but just taking a moment to settle and okay, fingers crossed the leaf blower won't interrupt, but as with life in general, things will happen and there will be noises from my space that may come into yours. So taking care of yourself and being mindful of what those interruptions bring up for you in your body. They are important lessons. Something to listen to anyway, to spot. So taking that moment to arrive and settle, checking that you are warm enough, that you are cool enough, moving your body a little bit, stretching it before we settle into stillness. You know, the way that animals wake up in the morning and they immediately stretch before they do anything, and somehow we forget about that along the way. We're just doing some twists and some stretches, and then settling into stillness. So as best you can, having a wide, solid, stable base. So I'm on a meditation stool, so I've got a little bit of a tripod situation going on. Hips higher than the knees. Slight curve in the lower spine, neither over nor under. Stretching it. And checking that the shoulders aren't up by the ears. You can press them down, you can bring them up to your ears, you can drop them down. Maybe moving them round and round. And then checking with the head that it's in its natural alignment. So you want a little bit of length at the back of the neck. So we have a tendency to jut our chins forward. You're dropping them to the chest, dropping the head back, and then finding a neutral position. Neither too far forward, neither too far back. Lift the head if that's helpful for you. And now an invitation to scan from your head all the way down to your toes in your own time, exploring what's here. If there's any tension or tightening around, an invitation to let that go. Perhaps taking an internal weather report. How are you? What exactly is that? And an invitation to set an intention for the session, for this space that you've carved out for yourself. Your busy life, the many things you could be doing in this time, no doubt your mind will remind you of as we progress within the session. Setting an intention to fall awake, to be kind to what you find, bringing a warm and welcome approach to what you find. And there's no wrong or right way of doing these practices. We're simply paying attention, anchoring in the present moment, bringing ourselves back to the space of our bodies over and over again, listening to the stories that play out within our physical body. Paying attention. And now an invitation to narrow your awareness to your breath. Not changing its rhythm, simply observing it as it is, allowing the breath to breathe itself. And then expanding your awareness of the breath to include all of your body. Bringing an awareness to your boundaries and your edges. Where do you begin and where do you end? And taking a moment to find an anchor within the body or the breath, somewhere that you can bring yourself back to when your mind has wandered. Somewhere neutral. And now an invitation to bring your awareness back to your breath. Your in-breath. What sensations can you notice here? And an invitation to pay particular attention to the nostrils. Do you breathe in through one nostril more than the other? The movement of the nostril. As you breathe in and you breathe out. Is it a swirling motion? Is it a sharp up and down movement? Now an invitation to narrow your attention to your awareness of smell. What, if anything, can you smell? When we first come into a room, we'll notice smells. Once we're in them and we're settled, we can become acclimatized to them. But what, if anything, can you notice now of the smells in the space that you're in? Perhaps noticing where you draw your attention to. And an invitation to be playful here. I'm going to ask you to bring your right thumb to your right nostril. Press against it. So that you're breathing in through your left nostril and breathing out of your left nostril. Just being aware of what, if anything, you notice here. Can you smell anything? And then letting go, pressing onto the right nostril and using the little finger to press against the left nostril. An invitation to breathe through your right nostril only. And then letting go. Breathing through both nostrils again. Can you smell anything? Dropping into the felt and direct experience of searching for smells. Now an invitation to breathe through your mouth. What can you notice? Your experience of breathing through your mouth. What's the impact on the body? We're learning more and more the impact of breathing through our mouths can have on our well-being and on our health, particularly when we're sleeping. What can you notice? Pleasant, unpleasant, neutral. And then returning to breathing through your nose. That's available for you today. Now an invitation to bring an object you can smell into the practice. So mindfully moving, being aware the specific movements required, being deliberate and careful. Dropping into the textures and sensations that you're observing. An invitation to bring the object to about 10 centimeters from your face. Can you notice anything? Perhaps being a little bit closer if you aren't noticing anything in this moment. Bringing the object to the right side. Not changing the rhythm of your breath in any way, but dropping into the felt and direct experience of smell. And then moving the object over to your left side, keeping a similar distance. You're just able to smell this object. Do you need to bring it closer than you did on the other side? Being playful and curious. And bringing the object above you. Sort of equidistance between the two nostrils. How your body is drawing in the air and this information about this object. Leaving behind the stories and as best you can dropping into your felt and direct experience of smell. How information is being taken from the air around us into our nostrils, being picked up by sensors and directed to the brain, sending messages around the body. Drawing out memories, activating taste buds. Simply noticing what you're experiencing. And as best you can, dropping into the felt and physical experience. And then moving the object directly in front of your nose. And an invitation to be playful with moving this object within different ranges, so close to the nose, far away from the nose. When it's close up, what do you notice? Maybe it's too much. Being playful with the edges of your experience. And then an invitation to place a finger over the left nostril. And being playful with this object, bringing it near and far away from your right nostril. Being mindful of your breath, noticing if it changes. And then changing hands and closing the right nostril, being playful with your experience of smell in your left nostril. And then placing the object back down. And resting on the felt sensation of what's left here in your nostrils following that olfactory experience. Can you still smell this object? And now an invitation to be playful with your sense of smell. You can bring your fingers to your nose, the fabric of your clothes, your hair, mindfully and carefully exploring you, your smell. The warmth of your body. The textures that form part of the experience. Returning into stillness when you're ready. And then bringing your awareness to the full flow of your breath as you breathe in and pause, breathe out and pause. Counting the breath if that's helpful for you. 1 through to 10. And then back to 1 again. Anytime you lose your way or you reach 10, there's no prize. Congratulating yourself each time your mind has wandered. This is where those neural pathways get laid down, supporting us outside of the practice. So we breathe in. And we breathe out. And then letting go of paying particular attention to anywhere in the breath. Allowing the breath to breathe itself. Expanding that awareness to include all of the body. Where do you begin? Where do you end? And then resting in stillness. And then close this part of the practice with a poem by Ellen Bass. And it's from the impermanence section of my poetry book. If you knew. What if you knew you'd be the last to touch someone? If you were taking tickets, for example, at the theatre, tearing them, giving back the ragged stubs, you might take care to touch that palm, brush your fingertips along the lifeline's crease. When a man pulls his wheeled suitcase too slowly through the airport, when the car in front of me doesn't signal, when the clerk at the pharmacy won't say thank you, I don't remember they're going to die. A friend told me she'd been with her aunt. They'd just had lunch, and the waiter, a young gay man with plum black eyes, joked as he served the coffee, kissed her aunt's powdered cheek when they left. Then they walked half a block and her aunt dropped dead on the sidewalk. How close does the dragon's spume have to come? How wide does the crack in heaven have to split? What would people look like if we could see them as they are, soaked in honey, stung and swollen, reckless, pinned against time. So moving, stretching, listening to your body. Let's move into taking tea. Mindful, present moment awareness of sharing a cup of tea together. An invitation to pay particular attention to smells. What you notice. I'm going to open up the space for sharing within the live session. For those of you practicing at home, an invitation to reflect on your experience of that practice. Smell is one of our, it's a very powerful and evocative sense. But what did you notice? Where in your body, perhaps parts or spaces, these parts of our body can be little anchors for us, the present moment. So just setting yourself up for a short mindful compassion practice, and keeping with the poem, we're going to think about some neutral people that we've passed in the last few days. And just settling, arriving in your breath. Placing a hand on your chest and one on your belly. Having a sense of holding yourself. You've taken this time out of your busy life to be here. And in doing so, taking an active step in taking care of your own health and well-being. These exercises are simple, but they're not easy. As we step into the present moment, anchoring in our bodies, what they experience, leaving behind the stories. Just to close, taking a moment to bring a few, or just one, neutral person into your mind's eye. You don't know their story. You may not even know their name. Somebody who experiences joy and sadness, contentedness, challenge. Of hope, possibilities. And holding this neutral person in your mind's eye, an invitation to say these words internally or out loud. May you be well. May you be at ease. And may you be kind to yourself and others. May you be well. May you be at ease. And may you be kind to yourself and others. And then expanding your awareness to include our group, those joining us live and those in their own time. And including ourselves in that. May we all be well. May we all be at ease. And may we be kind to ourselves and each other. May we all be well. May we all be at ease. May we be kind to ourselves and each other. And then expanding the group to include whoever you wish, your household, your village, your town, county, country, region, continent, universe. May we all be well. May we all be at ease. And may we be kind to ourselves and each other. And then bringing yourself into the spotlight. May I be well. May I be at ease. And may I be kind to myself and others. And just taking a moment to think about what you really need to do next. What does your body need for you to do to take care of itself? Eat, drink, walk, write, go to the toilet, little things that become big things if we don't take care of ourselves. And as best as you can, taking this sense of connection and awareness into whatever you have left to do with your day. Now, next week, a variety of different things. Something salty, something sweet, something sour, just maybe a few, 2 to 3 things. Savoury, sweet, sour, bland. Just have some fun next week.